Need a miracle, your name. Good morning, friends. I'm talking about your life and your health. How was your night? I hope you had a sound sleep. The peace that He can only give. Beloved, your life, your health is all in Him. He's the strong tower that you can run into for safety. I would say that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run it into it and they are saved. I'm looking for that man, that woman that wants safety this morning. That man and that woman that wants succor in his or her creator. That man, that woman that wants peace, that wants comfort, that wants consolation. Are you such this morning? Do you want to make him your all? Do you want him to defend you? He is the defender of the defenseless. He is the husband to the widow. Are you a widow here? Or do you know a widow that you can tell to come and listen? He's the one that once you depend on him, you are movable. You are unshakable. You have the peace, that inner peace. That's what I'm talking about. The peace that passeth every human understanding. Who wants such peace? You want peace that he gives. Do you want peace that in the midst of storm, you are peaceful? That's the peace I'm talking about. The peace that only him can give you. Friends, I've tested him. I've proved him to be good. I've proved him to be whom he said he is. He's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. He's a rewarder of them that diligently. If you seek him, you will find him. Beloved, if you can learn to seek and lean on this God, you will find him. He's not far from you. He's closer than the air we breathe. He's near. You can talk to him like a friend, the way you talk to a friend. Do you find yourself in that sweet relationship? You know the way you talk to your spouse. Have you tested a relationship when it was so sweet at the beginning of it? When they want to make it to work, when they've not yet combat themselves with a lot of things, that sweetness is so sweet. He's so caring. He's full of compassion. He loves you. He loves you. Believe me, he loves you. Beloved, he loves you. There is no one that can show you the love he will show you. You know one good thing about him again? He is your strong tower. Hallelujah. He's your strong tower. Bible tells me that the righteous run it into it and they are saved. Who wants safety? We all want safety. That's why we are all afraid of to die. We are afraid of the circumstances. We are afraid of situations. We are afraid of tomorrow. We are afraid of now. But if you make him your God, you will fear nothing. I want you to come and test. Come and test that he's good. Test him. He's merciful. Who wants mercy? He is merciful. He's perfect. He will touch in the areas of your need. Let me be honest with us. When I say this, sometimes people will just like, she's too extreme. You know why? It looks to you that I'm too extreme. It's because you are scared of making him your defender. If you make God your defender, you will not be afraid of anything whatsoever. If you make him your defender, you care not if any man will take away your life. Do me a favor. Can you share this video? We will not be long. Can you invite a friend? Can you share to your contact and let your contact share to their contact? Can you be kind enough to tell someone else? Can you be kind? We're in a time of trouble. When the time that even our government were depending on, they are confused. But I will tell you something. You need not to be scared and be burdened only on these things that happens in this earth. You should be more concerned of your soul. You should be more concerned of your tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, I didn't mean when the night comes. I mean when I will be left alone in that cool place. I mean when my people will dig the 6 feet and leave me there. And it's not just that they will leave me in the 6 feet. They will first of all make that casket, no matter how beautiful casket is, no matter how costly, no matter how expensive, it doesn't worth it. But because it's not a choice, we will end up there one day. No matter how beautiful and how big your mansion is, a day will come and I will see myself, even though that I will not know. Because when you are inside that small casket, right? When they put it, no matter how they beautify it, I've only seen one man. I watched it on a video that they buried with his car. But let me tell you, how big is your car? It's not as big as your house. Every president will die. They will enter in that small place. A rich man will die and enter in that small place. Before a casket is being made for somebody, they have their size. They measure their size. And they gave them the one that will fit them. They don't even give them space to move because they know what? They can't move anymore. It's an end for everyone. Please, if you're watching me on a TikTok, can you just, if you give me a follow, I will follow you back. If you make your comment, I will come back to you. If you're on Facebook or on YouTube or on Instagram, can you just add me up? I will add you. I want us to live a life of fulfillment. The life we live here on earth is nothing, absolutely nothing. The day we came out of our mother's womb, we came naked. And my mother, who has been privileged to have 6 children, none of them wore clothes when they were coming out. They didn't wear any clothes. Somebody is asking me, are you a Christian? Sweetheart, that is not the primary issue. The primary issue is that where will you spend your eternity when you pass out of this life? Where will your soul end? And that makes me that whenever I come here, I make it first. I'm the worst sinner. Since 2017, I found out that sin is exceedingly sinful. I've been a minister of the gospel for years, but I've never felt that way till 2017. I've been pastoring as a pastor, but I've never felt that way. I wanted to have a personal relationship. A personal relationship. That's why I always ask, please do yourself a favor of asking your creator if truly you are. Review yourself. If truly you are, give me this peace she talks about. I'm talking about the peace that passes every human understanding. The peace that even if you are a Christian, you might not have it if you don't have a personal relationship with your Maker. So the question now is not because you are named a Christian. The question is not because your parents born you and they took you to church to do that baptism. That is not the question. Or you are bearing a Christian name. That is not what I'm here for. But I'm here to plead with us. Have you sit down and ask yourself, when I close my eyes in death, where will I find myself? Do you still have a living conscience? Do you still have that conscience that when you hurt somebody, you feel it? Or is your conscience now a dead conscience? Do you still have that conscience that if you tell a single lie, you feel the hurt in you? You want to put it right. Do you know that sin is exceedingly sinful? Have you come to the point that you look at yourself? That's why I tell us, no matter what you believe, no matter what your parents have made you to believe. I started being a Christian because my parents were Christians, but that is not what I'm here for. Please, let us not be confused of that name Christian in quotes. Let us not be deceived of it. A time will come in your life. You will seek that God yourself, personal relationship. Whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, or let me just stop. In the religion of a Muslim and a Christian, you know about Abraham. And if you do that, I want to ask you a question. Has Abraham not died? Do you know no other people that died? In your family, has somebody died? Do you have any friend that have died? Do you have any neighbor? You know that they are dead and they are no more. Do you know that one day you will be dead and you will be no more? As a mother of 6, I lost my first 3 children. They are dead and they are no more. I know what death means. My 3rd child died while on my chest. I know what death means. My father died 8 years ago. I know what death means. I lost one of my brother 2006. I lost another one 2008, and I lost another one 2014. I know what death means. I'm talking of the same blood. I lost uncles and aunties, cousins, nephews, nieces. I know what death means. I sat down, I think 2 years ago, and I was thinking of the widow in my little area. And just in the tip of my hand, I calculated 40 something widows. 40 in just in a little community. The widows. And none of them is back. Do you think you are alive because of your goodness? Or because you take good care of yourself? That is not that. It's because of the grace of God. That's why you are still alive. You are not better off than them that have died. The question I ask myself oftentimes, if I've died the day my siblings died, where will I be? If I die that time, where will I be? Where will I find myself? Where will my soul be? That day that I will close my eyes in death, where will my soul be? Beloved, it's appointed unto man once to die. It's appointed unto every man. When I say man, I'm talking about somebody like me, somebody like you. It's appointed unto a man once to die, and after that comes judgment. We will stand before our Creator one day. You will give account of how you spend your life here on earth. Get me right. Get me right. I'm not here to preach religion. Get me right. I'm here on a mission for your soul and your health. These are the 2 things I do in any of the social media. Your health and your soul. Beloved, I'm not doing what I'm doing now because I choose to. I'm doing it because I have no choice than to. Have you heard about Jonah? Who ran not to go to do that will till he was swallowed up by a shark. That's why I'm here. Your soul is more valued than anything you can think of. Your soul. Your soul, what's more than anything you see in this world? Your soul is important. Whenever you see me, don't think about the religion. I'm not here to preach religion. I'm not here to tell you that this is the church you will go to. But I'm here to tell you, whatever you believe, if that thing you believe is not making you to know that sin is exceedingly sinful, rethink. If you see yourself in a family that they don't want you to believe on that, and you're to the age of accountability, flee, run for your dear life. If you are in a church that the pastor comes there without preaching that sin is exceedingly sinful, run. That is not Church of Christ. That's what I am here to tell you. If your pastor is not concerned of miracle, whatever miracle you receive one day, it will be a history. You will be no more. If you are in a church that the pastor will tell you, pay money for him to pray for you, what is wrong with your own mouth? My God hears everyone that come closer to him. He diligently seek for that one that will diligently seek him. If you come to him, he will know. He will never cast you away. He said, come unto me, all ye that are labored and are heavily laden, I will give you rest. I'm not talking about the rest here on earth alone, but the rest that your soul will find when the ships are down. The rest your soul will find that day that you will breathe no more. Beloved, one day you will close your eyes and you will never come out of this life. One day I will close my eyes and I will give account to my maker. If I deceive you, my punishment will be worse. Do you know that the devil knows what I'm saying to you? I can't disgrace him and feel that it will be easy for me in hell. I don't want to hear that terrible voice. I know you not. I'm not asking you for your money. I'm asking you for your soul. Give your life to him that is able to preserve you. Proverbs 18, verse 10. Give your life to him that is able to keep you. To that man who is able to preserve you, who is able to save you, who is able to deliver you. He will give you the peace you will never imagine. He will give you the consolation. You will find joy in him. You will find joy that money cannot give you. You will find joy that help, that every good thing in this life will never give you. You will find that peace that comes from within. Joy like a river, joy like a river, joy like a river in my soul. If you make up your mind today, he's not promising you that everything will be smooth, but he's promising you that he will be there with you. The book of Isaiah 43 says that in the midst of the fire, he will be there that the fire will not kindle you. In the midst of your pains, He will be there to comfort your heart. I'm not telling you that if you give your life to Christ today, that you will not know any pains. But I'm telling you that when you give your life to Him, you will see that in the midst of your pains, He will be there. Even if that they put gun to shoot you, you will still find peace. You know why? Because you know that a man can only take away your life here on earth. They can only kill your body, but they will not harm your soul. Your soul will be preserved. Beloved, when I speak because I know one thing. My life means nothing to me, but my soul means everything. I care not when I will die, but I care where I will spend my eternity. And that is what I wanted to care for. We all want to live a long life. But have you realized it's not everyone that wants to live long life do that? One of my brother who died at the age of 49, he always said that he desired to live. He came to a point, he said that no matter how many years our father lived, he wanted to add 10 years on top of it. My father died at the age of 98, but my brother died at 49. Beloved, we desire to live longer. But no matter how long you live here on earth, you can't live past 100 and something years. And where will you spend your eternity is what matters. Like I said, I lost my own 3 children. My third one that died in my chest. She didn't go with even the clothes. The beautiful clothes she was wearing that day, she didn't go with it. When she died, everything was left there. It's only her soul that left. One day, the same way we came, I had one of my child. My second child was with CS. She was still carried out from the womb when I was opened up. She didn't wear clothes. The other 5 children that I pushed out normal delivery, they didn't wear clothes. They came naked. And one day, the same way my children died, the same way the one that died while on my chest died. And her clothes she was wearing was still there. Her body was there. One day, we will die and our body will remain here. But our soul will return back to Him that gave us life. God gave you life. One day, you will return to God who created you. And I want you to seek for that one. He's the only one who is able to keep and preserve you. He's the only one who is able to give you that peace I'm talking about. He's the only one who is able to console and comfort you. He's the only one who is able to be there for you. In the midst of your pains, He will not leave you alone. He will be there. In the midst of your trials, He will be there. In the midst of your temptation and your challenges, He will be there. You will find that peace. The peace to move on. He will console you. He will comfort you. You will come to a point in your life and you say, your will, not my will. Have you come to that stage that you surrender your will You can't have the peace I'm talking about if you don't give your will. Jesus came to a point before he was arrested and be crucified. The death was so much for him. And he went to cry to his Father. But at the end, he said, not my will, but your will be done. Like I said, I've been a pastor. But no matter how I pastored, but when it was done on me again in 2017, I said, Father, not my will, but let your will be done. You will come to a point, you will give your will. Jesus gave his will. You will come to a point, you will realize how grievous sin is. It will come to a point you will know that lie, I have no white lie and black lie. I was talking in my workplace yesterday. A colleague said something, and they were just laughing over it. And she just said, no, but this one is a white lie. But I said, no, lie is lie. Every single lie will take you to hell, beloved. Bible tells me that all liars will go to hell. My beloved, I asked me a question, are you a Christian? That is not what matters. What matters is that you will flee from every sin. That's what matters. There is a lot of Christians, there is a lot of pastors, there is a lot of bishops, there is a lot of ministers. Name it. They don't take it that it's sinful. So I'm not here preaching religion. I'm here talking to you as a friend, as a sister. I'm here talking to you as a family. I'm here to let you to know that you flee your sin. Flee from every appearances of evil. Don't love a man alone. You must love your Creator. Every sin we committed, we commit to God first before man. Beloved, no matter whatever your sin is, God is faithful to forgive you. That's what I'm here to tell you. God, if you can repent from it, if you can turn away from this sin, He is faithful to forgive you and to cleanse you from all the unrighteousness of sin. Beloved, the only sin that He cannot forgive is the sin we did not confess. Why not confess those sins? Why not acknowledge that you're a sinner? Acknowledge your sinful ways and come unto Him. One day you will stand alone. Just understand that example. One day you will go to grave alone. One day your family will put you in a casket alone. It doesn't matter how you die, whether you will be buried or not does not matter. But what matters is that you will return one day. I don't know what your religion tells you, but one thing I know is that there is a life after death. You will live again as long as you are born on this earth. You will live again. But where you will spend that eternity is what matters. Make up your mind. I just read one scripture and I will end it here. Proverbs 18:10 says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and they are safe. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and they are safe. Your self-righteousness is like a filthy of rags. I'm talking about the righteousness of Christ in you, because he paid the price for you. Remember, go to him and ask him if you are truly his. Review yourself. Can you honestly acknowledge your sinful ways? Can you honestly ask him in your corner, forgive me? If what she's saying is true, I want to have this experience. Can you come into my heart? Are you willing? Are you willing to give your life to him that is able to preserve you, to him that is able to save you, to him that is able to keep you, not just here on earth, but at the end of life? Don't forget, it's a race I'm running. If I speak to you and I will go back and do those things that I told you, do you know how terrible it will be on me on that last day? Hell is real. Heaven is real. Choose it where you want to spend your eternity. Choose while you are alive. Everything done for a man after a man has gone out of this life is a ceremony. It doesn't make any change. Any man that tells you that when you die, they will pray for you, they are lying. It's a lie from the pit of the hell. Any man that tells you that you will not stand judgment one day is the worst deceiver. Whoever that tells you that because you are called with a Christian name will make you to go to heaven, that person should be your worst enemy. You have to seek the Lord. You have to serve him. You have to give yourself to him. You have to surrender your totality to him that created you. He gave you his all. Beloved, it's high time. If you're a minister of the gospel, we are going to stand the worst judgment if we deceive the world. Every single soul will send to hell will stand to give account if we repent not. My beloved, your soul is more important than the whole world put together. Bible tells me, what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? What shall it profit you if you are no more today and you find out that your soul will burn in hell? Check the size of your beautiful bed. Every place you lie down, other place have a vacuum. And one day you will be constrained in that small portion in a casket. You will be constrained in that small portion in 6 feet. You will be covered in a casket and you will be lowered in the grave. If you are privileged, so many will not be buried and you will still be sealed up. But remember, even in the midst of this, Before a man is being put in the casket, the man is no more there. Your soul will stand judgment one day. RIP means two things to me. Every man, every woman, every boy, every girl will die and will write RIP, rest in peace. Sweetheart, it's not everybody that died that will rest in peace. If you don't have peace with your maker here, if you have the sins unconfessed, if you have not surrender to the Savior and the Master of your life, you will never have peace after life. Prepare to meet your God. Flee from every manner of sin. Flee from lying tongue. Resist every evil. Run for your life. Prepare your soul for eternity. That when you close your eyes one day, you will rest in peace. If not, you will be reserved in punishment. God bless you. I love you all. I'm not here to change your religion. I love you all. But I'm here to tell you the truth. This is the word of the truth. Pick it up in yourself and ask Him if truly you are God. Review yourself. Give me this peace she always talk about. For God so loved the world, you are inclusive of the world. He didn't say for God so loved the Christians. He said for God so loved the world. He didn't say for God so loved the Muslim. For God so loved the world. Not for God so loved the Hindus. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever, you are among the whosoever, whether you are Jews, whether you are Gentile, whether you are Muslim, whether you are an idol worshiper, whosoever, whether you are atheist, whosoever, whether you are a boy, you are a girl, whosoever, whether you are a fornicator, an adulterer, whosoever, whosoever believe in Him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Whosoever. God bless you. I love you all. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you again tomorrow by God's grace.